Hello and welcome back for another video full of anti-MLM drama. If you're new here, my name's Hannah and I kind of have two different genres of videos on my channel. I have a series called Influencer Insanity where we cover all things social media and influencer culture. And then I've also got this anti-MLM series where we cover the dangers of multi-level marketing companies. Both types of videos are structured really similarly where I show you crazy things I find on the internet and then we discuss them. So there is a lot of crossover in these topics. So if you found that you really like one of the series, then there's a great chance you would also enjoy the other series as well. There's playlists on my channel separating out the different types of videos, so feel free to check those out. But for today, we're taking a deep dive into the MLM company Bodi and the different changes they're making to their business model. I'm going to show you the actual announcement video put out by Bodi's CEO, so I won't spoil the announcement if you haven't heard about it already. I'll let him explain it. But let's just say it is utterly devastating for the reps at the top of Bodi who rely on this income to fund their lifestyles. A very brief overview of Bodi, if you're not familiar, is that for the first 25 years they were in business, they went by the name Beachbody and they sell fitness programs and supplements. These have changed form over the years, but in the present day, they sell subscriptions to their app that gives you access to workout videos and programs, as well as a variety of supplements. Their most well-known product is their protein powder called Shakeology. And Bodi has always been morphing since its inception, as any business would, I suppose. They've always been quick to adapt in the pursuit of more money, which makes sense. It's a business after all. So the company was founded in 1998, and then in 2007, they started offering an MLM side, which allowed people to sign up for this business opportunity in which they sell the products and earn a commission and also recruit other people to also come and sell products and earn a commission and recruit their own people, like this endless chain of recruitment. From a business perspective, I'm sure this seems like a really effective strategy because you're essentially having free marketers going out there and spreading the word of your company word of mouth, in essence acting as your free advertisers, and then in turn those free advertisers are actually paying you to be a part of your business opportunity. They're paying the company a bunch of money in the form of startup fees and product purchases. Then in 2021, they became a publicly traded company, which obviously the goal there is to raise more capital. Then in 2023, they changed their name from Beachbody to just Bodi with an I. I had a lot of thoughts about this at the time. I made an entire video about it, which I can link below for you. But I believe a big reason they decided to change the name from Beachbody to Bodi was to capitalize on the body positivity movement that's happening. During a time when having a name like Beachbody, where you're selling workout programs and supplements in an effort to shrink yourself down to a particular body size and type, it's just not really a good look. The company's messaging was totally off and not with the times anymore. And they launched this entire health esteem campaign where it's all about being in a healthy body and getting more active, focusing on your nutrition and that kind of thing. So they transitioned the name over to Bodi with this new set of company morals, essentially. Then in early 2024, they had a significant overhaul to their compensation plan and the ways that the reps get paid, where they reduced the amount the reps could earn from bonuses and they reduced their commission rate by 5%. This was a big hit at the time for the people who've signed up for the business opportunity. They're making less now than they were before, which brings us to the present day. The fall of 2024, there's this big bombshell announcement that we're going to hear from the CEO himself. But before I show you that, let's have a moment for today's sponsor, Good Chop. Good Chop offers fully customizable boxes of high quality proteins delivered to your door on your schedule. The products are vacuum sealed and flash frozen at peak freshness so you can stock your freezer and cook them when you want to. You get to choose exactly what's in your box from over 80 different cuts, and this time I got bacon, Atlantic salmon, ribeye steaks, ground beef, chicken breasts, and Good Chop also offers a variety of desserts and sides, so this time I got to try the pecan pie as well as the craft butters. I popped all the cuts of meat into the freezer so I can pull them out as I need them, and I've been getting Good Chop deliveries almost the entirety of 2024, so my freezer is always well stocked because of it. This week I cooked up ribeye steaks and I seared them in a cast iron and basted them with that roasted garlic herb butter, which was such a treat. These were so flavorful. Even my toddler loved this. And later in the week, I made a cheesy beef and noodle recipe using Good Chop ground beef, and this is a huge family hit. It's done all in one pan. It only takes like 30 minutes, and I always have the ingredients for this meal on hand, including the ground beef in the freezer, so it's really easy to whip together in a pinch. Good Chop sources its meat and seafood exclusively from American farms and fisheries, so by choosing Good Chop, you're supporting local family farms and independent ranchers right here in the US. They're also so confident that you're gonna love Good Chop that they offer a 100% money back guarantee. Love it or get your money back. To try Good Chop yourself, you can go to goodchop.com/YouTube and use the code HannahAlonso130 or click the link in the description box below to get $130 off across your first 4 boxes. Again, that's goodchop.com/YouTube to get $130 off across your first 4 boxes using code HannahAlonso130. Thanks Good Chop for sponsoring today's video and for your support of the channel. Okay, so the most logical place to start with all of this is to just show you the announcement video that was released by the company on September 30th, 2024. This is a pre-recorded video of the CEO Carl Daikeler explaining all the new changes coming to the company and the reasonings behind them. The reps in the company, they used to be called coaches, now they're called partners, and that's how Carl refers to them in this video, but the coaches, partners, reps, whatever you want to call them, they were given access to this video on the evening of September 30th. And it was undoubtedly the worst news they could possibly receive, aside from the company saying that they were completely shutting down. It's over 30 minutes long, so I'm just pulling the highlights of it, but the full video will be linked down below for you if you want to see it in its entirety. It should be noted that this video is just titled Important Team Body Update. There is no indication in the title about the gravity of this announcement. The coaches are just having to click play and kind of put the pieces together for themselves as they listen to Carl explain it, because he doesn't get to the actual point until like halfway through the video. So let's dive into this and see what he has to say, and then later on I'm going to show you the body reps' reactions to this announcement.
Hi everybody, and thanks for jumping on today, because I know everybody's eager for an update, and that's what I wanted to provide. So get comfortable, because I think this will take about a half hour or so. And what I'm about to describe will open up an important new chapter in our mission, because today I'm announcing a reinvention of the Bodi company, what I believe will be a lucrative new approach to this business opportunity for each of you. And as you know, we've been on a mission to turn the company around for the past 15 months and to create a thriving, profitable company that continues to deliver on this mission that brought us together in the first place. A mission dedicated to improving the health, wellness, nutrition, and fitness of every adult on the planet. The next step in our evolution is to create a compelling opportunity for each of you in a more modernized, contemporary structure without the limitations, obstacles, and stigmas that many of you have had to deal with on a daily basis.
He's saying that this is going to be a reinvention of the company to combat all the quote obstacles and stigmas that the reps have had to deal with as a result of being a part of this company. This is already giving us a clue as to what this is all about. Within the first minute of the video, he's alluding to the fact that this new structure change is going to have something to do with combating their stigma and their poor reputation. I'm sure some of you can already see where this is going.
So today marks a new beginning for Bodi and the unveiling of a powerful business model that reflects the dynamics of where the market is today, while adding clarity and enhanced earning potential for the vast majority of partners in our current network.
Cooper has come to redeem his mid-morning pets, as he always does. But I have to pause here, because claiming that this compensation plan change will provide a, quote, enhanced earning potential is pretty laughable once you know what it is. Spoiler alert, it won't. These changes are about to be detrimental for the top earning reps in Bodi, but this is the kind of crafty, fluffy language he uses throughout the entire video to make this seem like a better thing than it actually is, and to make it seem like this is in their best interest, when really it's only better for the company's bottom line. It is a business after all.
As you're probably aware, for the last couple of years, our customer base hasn't been growing. In fact, it's been shrinking. The same thing can be said for our revenues as a company, and we need to fix that. As the CEO and the guy who started this company, I'm more committed than ever to making sure we fix those problems together.
A bold admission that the company's revenue and customer base has been steadily shrinking for some time now. Why would an MLM's customer base and revenue be shrinking, I wonder? Does it have something to do with a particular stigma that he mentioned earlier?
Our mission is more relevant than ever, because people need help. They need real help with their health, with their fitness, with their weight, with their mindset, with their overall well-being. And of course, look, this isn't a new problem that we're dealing with. There are roughly 210 million adults in the United States, and approximately 176 million of those people are classified as overweight, and 75 million are considered clinically obese. We have a major health crisis And there's no company better equipped to address the needs of those 176 million adults than Bodi. And at Bodi, we've been on a 26-year mission to reverse the trend of obesity. We started this company 26 years ago. But 17 and a half years ago, when we launched our network marketing business, we had a vision of confronting the obesity trend with a really unique idea to motivate people to start and maintain a healthy lifestyle with a first of its kind revenue sharing
First of
opportunity
its kind.
if they would share their success with others. It was this simple concept: get results with a program, share your enthusiasm with everyone and anyone while you're getting results, and earn income on every customer that you attract. Then, as some of those customers turn into partners, you would earn a share of the income that they generate too. It was this innovative way to leverage our
Innovative?
really effective home fitness and nutrition programs with powerfully unique supplements. And then you let that success speak for itself through our customers, like a word of mouth marketing machine.
I can't help but giggle to myself when he calls the Bodi MLM compensation plan, quote, really unique, the first of its kind, and innovative. Because it's like, multi-level marketing is not a new concept, my guy. MLM schemes date at least back to the 1930s, and the big names, Amway, Pampered Chef, Mary Kay, Avon, Vector Marketing, Cutco, Primerica, these have been around for decades before Beachbody/Bodi ever entered the scene. And I point this out because every MLM spews the same language from the top down, that their company is the best, the most innovative, they have the best comp plan, they have the best products. You'll never find anything like this anywhere else. And it's all lies, it's all manipulation to make you feel like you've landed yourself in the best opportunity possible, and you'll never find anything as good as this. And the purpose of that kind of language is to build your loyalty to the company so that you never leave, so that you feel like you can never leave, because this is the best there could possibly be. The goal is to prevent you from leaving, because if you leave, then the MLM fails. This business model only survives if there's a continual chain of recruitment and the people who are recruited stay. And to me, it's sounding like that's exactly what's happening to Bodi. They're losing customers, they're losing reps, they're losing revenue, which means that their MLM model is failing to thrive. Things aren't working anymore, so there needs to be a change.
But for the last several years, network marketing has faced growing headwinds from regulatory and social media attacks and ongoing cultural scrutiny to also our own field having less and less enthusiasm for building and managing teams of partners. I'm not sure if you even maybe pay attention to the regulatory side of this stuff, but we're facing significant legal and regulatory threats to the critical independent contractor relationship between the company and the field. And now there's even the threat by the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, to completely ban making any income claims over a few $100s a year in network marketing. Even worse, some regulators and state attorneys general are starting to push for a ban of multi-level marketing altogether. It's become this challenging uphill battle every day. And we're trying to do something important here. These headwinds aren't only threatening the viability of the industry of network marketing, but actually the ongoing drop in our own productivity obviously has undermined your earnings, and it's suppressing our ability to help more people achieve their goals and lead healthy, fulfilling lives. In fact, even despite significant changes to the comp plan last year and revisions to our product configurations and incentives, the network has continued a steep decline. We've come to realize that if we don't make changes to the business model, it's possible we will lose the opportunity to help people altogether. And that's an outcome that we just can't accept.
This is my favorite section of the entire video, where he straight up admits MLMs are going down. This is a failing industry across the board. He acknowledges that regulatory bodies and new policies are going to make it even harder for MLMs to operate in the future, in addition to pushback from what he calls social media attacks the company has been facing. Which I'm getting a kick out of that terminology, because people voicing their opinion about your company is not an attack. It's only an attack if you're not ready to take accountability for your actions. Why would somebody stating their opinion that MLMs are predatory, that only the people at the top make money, that everybody else suffers and everybody else goes into financial ruin because of it. Why would any of that feel like an attack if it wasn't true within your company? If girls like me on the internet making YouTube videos from their bedroom feels like an attack and it feels threatening to your company, then there might just be some truth to what we're saying. Because the bottom line is that people would not listen, viewers would not click on these videos if we weren't making any sense. If I was just sitting here spewing lies, giving invalid arguments, having ridiculous opinions, people wouldn't watch. They wouldn't care. They would write you off as some crazy person. That's the thing about anti-MLM content, is it's only gained as much traction as it has in the past few years because there's a lot of good points being made. There's a lot of sense being made here. There's a lot of minds being changed about MLMs, which obviously is threatening to the companies. So yeah, I guess that would feel like an attack where the companies are now being forced to answer for all the harm they have caused. Truthfully, seeing more and more companies stepping away from the MLM model feels like a massive victory. The pressure we are applying is creating cracks. It's creating real change.
So a couple months ago, we started to research our options, always with the objective to maintain an income opportunity that rewards people who get results with our programs to inspire others to do the same. That's always been the strategy and the priority. All this was happening at the same time that we were witnessing other networks changing their models and thinking, like, surely there must be a way to work through this. I mean, I even made a video about our commitment to our partners that we gotta find a way to invent our way through this. Well, the data and the surveys that we did with the field are telling us what direction that we need to go. We need streamlined technology. We need better sales conversion. We need better alignment between company and partners, and dramatically improved rewards and economics for the partner who sells. In fact, a recent survey gave us some very interesting and important insights into the mindset of our network of partners. 44% of the body partners surveyed aren't comfortable sharing the business opportunity,
44%.
which is the only way to build a productive team and unlock the rewards of our comp plan. That statistic was a sobering realization. Almost half the people paying monthly fees to be a partner aren't even comfortable pursuing the complete opportunity. In fact, nearly half have never shared the business opportunity with anyone, mainly because they either lack confidence or they're afraid of being asked if it's one of those network marketing things. And among the 29% in the survey who have shared the opportunity, but who don't do it anymore, they said half their prospects aren't even interested at all. So they just stopped sharing the opportunity altogether. Look, don't get me wrong. We do have a bunch of partners who are quite successful in presenting the business opportunity, growing teams. And I'm so grateful and honestly, in this environment, super impressed at what these partners do and how committed they are to our mission. And I'm proud that many of them were able to leverage the existing network marketing model into significant earnings. But the reality is that these business builders have become the minority. And we must look at the larger partner community and configure the business to give the greatest number of participants the opportunity to build income by focusing on the essence of our mission of helping people get healthy and fit without the complexity of the current comp plan and the pressure to build a team. And I think this has actually been creeping up on us since the pandemic. And while there's, some having success, for most partners, the network marketing model just isn't working.
The network marketing model just isn't working, you guys. It's just not working anymore. All right, well, that right there basically gives it away what this announcement is going to be. They're ditching the MLM model. Goodbye. It's pretty wild to see an MLM CEO come right out and say, only the few at the top make good money. Everyone else is suffering. The people at the bottom of the pyramid can't make good money because they're not building teams, whether that's because they're embarrassed to share this business opportunity in the current climate we're in, or because their recruitment efforts are ineffective because nobody wants to join an MLM these days. But this imbalance and inequity of income between the top and the bottom of the pyramid is just a fact of the compensation plan. That's just how the business model is designed to work. And that's what's so harmful about them. The rich get richer while everybody else suffers. And thankfully, people are waking up to this harm and they're choosing to stay away from MLMs altogether. There's a very large population of people out there, myself included, that will not purchase a company's products if they operate as an MLM because we don't want to support that predatory business model. And naturally, that hurts the rep's ability to make sales sales or recruit new people because as soon as their prospect hears that it's an MLM, they're out. They don't want any part of it. Bodi could sell the most effective fitness plans and the best supplements on the market, and I would still never purchase it because I don't want to support that. I don't support MLMs, period. And that's what Carl is getting at. In order for their customer base to give this company a shot and give the products a chance, they need to cut ties with the MLM stigma. The MLM model is failing because people aren't recruiting because nobody wants to join. So they can either cut ties with the dead weight of being an MLM, or they can die a slow, painful death as this industry implodes. He briefly acknowledged that a lot of the other companies are also coming to the same conclusion and they're making the same decision to cut off the MLM model of their business. And they're dropping like flies. It's like every couple months this year, somebody else is announcing that they're cutting off the MLM side. Recently, we've heard about The Body Shop, Beauty Counter, Saint, Rodan, and Fields, all eliminating the MLM side of things. And recently, just a few weeks ago, 31 Gifts announced they are closing completely. So it's kind of like if you can't beat the scrutiny of the anti-MLM movement, then you better join it, baby. Come on to the dark side.
One thing I know for sure, the people who've pursued the growth and scale of the Team Body Network are good people. You want to help people, from our corporate team to our partners. Our enthusiasm to achieve the mission has been consistent and unprecedented, but the reality is the current model is broken and antiquated. It needs a reboot for this company and our partners to achieve our mission and return to growth. We have to look at the current environment objectively. And by every metric we've observed for the last couple of years, we need to change how we operate. So we're aligned, company and partner, in order for us all to do better and to help more people. It's with that intention and commitment that we'll be transitioning the network business and its compensation structure to a single level affiliate model over the course of the next 3 months.
There we have it, my friends. The term single level affiliate model is just a really fancy way of saying that the MLM component is getting dissolved. No more teams, no more recruiting, no more uplines and downlines, no more making commission off the people below you, which obviously is a great change to the compensation plan from a moral and ethical standpoint. You're not allowed to recruit vulnerable people for your own financial gain anymore. But what that means for the people that do have big teams, that do make a lot of money, they just lost their main source of income. They essentially just lost their job in a moment's notice, and that's got to be really scary and devastating for them. But as we'll talk about later when I show you different examples of people's reactions, it's kind of hard to feel bad. Yes, you empathize with the fact that they're really struggling and they just lost their job, but also you didn't make that money in the most ethical way, so it's kind of hard to feel bad for you.
And in this new model, the compensation and rewards will be easier to understand and go directly to the person who makes the sale. No upline, no downline, no people to recruit as sellers, no people to manage, no sharing of your commission. All of the payout associated with what you sell is 100% yours to keep. Every affiliate will have their own easy to understand dashboard that shows at all times exactly what you sold and the commission that you earned and the check you can expect to receive. As a quick summary, here's how we'll transition. And we understand that we're making significant changes and we want to be fair to our partners. So we'll continue to pay out on our existing compensation plan through January 1st. We will officially open the affiliate opportunity on November 1st. And those orders affiliates generate will be processed on body.com. We'll stop taking orders on teambeachbody.com on December 4th, but you'll be paid on any ongoing network subscription renewals through January 1st, 2025. Because of the disruption this announcement might cause, we are freezing ranks of active partners from dropping through the end of the year. So this announcement doesn't create a collapse of your cycling opportunity. The lowest paid rank used for calculating bonus going forward will be your paid rank for the bonus week ending October 2nd. That's this Wednesday. After this week, your paid rank can still move up, but not down.
With this new single level affiliate model, that means that everybody is only making money off of their personal sales. And in short, this has the potential to be a good thing for the majority of people at the bottom of the pyramid, because now they don't have to be stressed out about recruiting. Not having a big team is not going to hinder them. Maybe they'll actually get more customers because they're free of that bad MLM reputation now. So overall, there could be an increase in the earning potential for them. But this will be catastrophic for the small percentage of people at the top of the pyramid who have made their entire higher income off of their downline that's now gone in a flash. If you're at the top of an MLM, you're making great money, and it's not because of your own personal sales efforts. The vast majority of that money that you make comes from the commissions that you're making off the people below you. So you may get to a point where you have built a team of hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of people underneath you, and you're sitting pretty at the top of that pyramid. This has maybe allowed you to quit your job and pursue this full time. It's maybe allowed you to let your spouse quit their job and stay home full time. And the majority of that paycheck you receive is probably built off of the passive income of your downline members. So with this change, all of that income is gone and they are screwed. There is no possible way for you to make the same level of income you were once making with Bodi on just your own personal sales. I don't see a way that you can realistically make a full-time income now. Under this new compensation plan, if you reach the highest payout level, you would earn a $90 commission for every customer you get to sign up for the Bodi platform on that annual subscription. Carl goes into detail about these kinds of things later in the video, but I'm not going to show that to you because it's all like logistics and stuff. But he does talk about how they're going to be raising the commission rate a little bit. So even though you're not going to be paid for recruitment now, they're trying to like soften that blow by saying, oh, but you're going to make a little bit more personal commission. And he uses the example of saying, now if you sell a Beachbody subscription, you're going to get a $90 commission, whereas before you would have only gotten $63. But still, let's say you're one of these top body coaches, and let's just ballpark it, say you're making $100,000 a year. A lot of these people make a lot more than that. But for simple math, under this new comp plan, you would have to have over 1,000 personal customers just to make the same level of income off your personal sales as you were previously. Maybe for a handful of people, they could find 1,000 customers, but for most people, this is completely unrealistic and unattainable, and they know that, which is why they're so upset about it, as we'll see later. I mean, think about it. If you have two choices, choice number one, make only your own money off your own sales, or choice number two, recruit a bunch of people and make money on their sales as well, which one are you picking? Obviously, you know that the recruiting path has the higher earning potential. And the logic behind focusing on team building is, oh, if I just put in a lot of hard work right up front and I build this gigantic team, then eventually I'm going to get to a point where I can sit back and relax and just rake in those paychecks off of other people's efforts. And that's become the reality for a lot of the people at the top, right? They've gotten really comfortable not having to work that hard for their paychecks, and now it's all come crashing down. Oops, your income is gone, all because the CEO decided to change up the business model on you. It's a really hard way to learn that you're not your own boss, you're not the owner of a company, and you don't have rights to anything. You are a salesperson. And like I said, it's kind of hard to feel bad for them that their income is gone because of the way that money was earned. I'm going to show you some of the reactions of the people who are really negatively affected by this news, but first let's wrap up just a couple more things with Carl's video.
Now, unfortunately, as a reality of this kind of significant business pivot, this change will require unwinding the UK and France network presence as of 12/31 while we get our house in order in the US and Canada. They'll still have access to the Bodi platform, of course. We just won't have the affiliate model available yet in the UK and France. But of all the updates I'm providing today, that's the only news which doesn't have a bright side in the near term. I wish it were different, actually, but I can't pretend that we're actually operating profitably in the UK and France. So we need to shut down in those territories while we rebuild.
All right, so say goodbye to the UK and France markets completely. Bodi is no more in those areas. They're not even having the affiliate model. But it's fine because he was saying they weren't really profitable in those countries anyway.
This new Bodi affiliate program is going to be so simple, and simplicity creates velocity, and it rewards the person doing the work when they do the work. It's easy to understand how to earn, and you'll be able to track your earnings at all times with your own personal, easy to follow dashboard. And nobody, not one single partner, will ever have to be defensive about the business model ever again. The stigma of MLM, which we tried so hard to overcome with our focus and our heart and our mission, well, it's no longer going to hold us back. 100% of our focus is helping people get healthy and building your audience. Rolling out this model starting November 1st will allow us to remove the confusion of the comp plan, pay you higher commissions, and this new model will remove the extra workload which comes with running a team and recruiting new team members. Like I said, this decision is being made to reinvent the Bodi company and improve the opportunity and to serve all partners. I'm convinced this will make your life easier, allow you to earn significantly more per sale. You get to focus on your own results and sharing that to reach more people and build your social media following. And we get to focus on the products, the programs, and the people we serve. I know some might be asking, Yeah, but why? Why can't we just keep going? Why couldn't you do something else with the current model? If you're one of those partners whose earnings are going to be substantially impacted by this shift from multi level to affiliate, first, I want to tell you, I totally understand this is a lot to process. I also hope that as you process this change, you understand that it hasn't been an easy decision to make and that the alternative is to simply allow the company to continue to contract. And that does not end well because this business model is no longer scalable. But also, I really believe in my heart there's a bright side to this. Not only do I want to help you quickly replace your earnings with this new opportunity, I think each of you has a very real opportunity to surpass those earnings because the total addressable market that I described at the beginning of this is just waiting for us to reconfigure our storyline to get the heavy weight of the compensation plan and the MLM structure out of the way so we can create new momentum. And I want to help you create that momentum and even more value as we help you build your social media audience and remove the wasted time and energy of the last few years, fighting the attrition, feeling like you were working against the company rather than with the company, fighting to drag people into the system of recruiting. I
Drag
want you to
people.
be able to truly achieve the freedom of time and the income that you deserve for helping people achieve their health and fitness goals, which is both sustainable and completely in your control. But the answer is certain. We absolutely cannot just keep going the way things have been operating and expect anything to change. We not only see the requirement for change in the number of enrollers in any given month, but we see it in ticket sales to events and even a lack of enthusiasm for incentive trips. I mean, we love Success Club, and we love Summit, but those events have run their course. They keep contracting, and the current business level just can't support those investments. We have a job to do. We have people to help, a mission to continue. And I want this to be an exciting time for all of us, for the people who love this community but have struggled with the business. I believe not only will this change be a breath of fresh air for you, but it'll be a catalyst for this opportunity to finally be fun, something you'll be proud to share with the people that you represent, people that you want to talk to. I represent every partner in this decision, and I reaffirm my personal commitment to the 26-year mission that's more important than ever, and my belief in our platform that can cost effectively improve the health of the population more than any other app, gym, piece of equipment, or supplement company. Every leader and every person who might want to use this business model to get healthy and help others and in turn earn additional income plus build your social audience, this reinvention of our body partnership is for you.
That's all from Carl's video that I'm going to show you, but there are 3 final things that I'm thinking about. Number 1, it's really refreshing to see an MLM CEO admitting that MLM is not the way to go right now, that it's not scalable, it's an uphill battle, and if you keep trying to operate an MLM in today's climate, you will perish. Number 2, he seems to have this perspective that they're going to cut themselves loose of this MLM baggage and that all these new customers are going to come flooding in because thank goodness they're not an MLM anymore. Now I can finally support them. And I'm wondering where you stand on this. Feel free to leave me a comment below, but if a company spends nearly 18 years operating as an MLM and potentially creating financial ruin for countless people, and then suddenly one day they're not an MLM anymore, does that in your mind make them like an okay or a good company now? Can you move them out of the companies I don't support column in your brain and be like, okay, this is something I can actually buy from? For me personally, I don't know that I could. I feel like the reputation is kind of tainted, at least for the foreseeable future until people collectively forget that Bodi was ever once an MLM. No thanks, you sell workout programs and supplements. So does everybody else, okay? I can get those things elsewhere. And that brings me to the third thing I was thinking about, which is that another huge obstacle and a reason people don't buy from MLM companies is because the products are so dang expensive compared to the same type of product in a non-MLM business. And the reason they're so expensive was because of that commission model, because there's multiple levels of people all taking tiered percentages off of those profits. So the company has to account for their commission structure by hiking up the price. Bodi's best-selling product is their Shakeology protein powder, and it goes for $130 for 30 servings. That is 2 to 3 times as expensive as other protein powders on the market. Their annual subscription to their online library of workouts in their app is $179 a year. You know where you can get workout videos exactly like this for free? YouTube! Go to the search bar and type in at-home workouts. There's thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of videos available for you. And if there's one in particular that I can recommend, it's Heather Robertson's YouTube channel. I've been doing her workouts for 4 years. She has dozens of workout programs, monthly workout calendars, everything from cardio to strength training, yoga, Pilates, low impact, kickboxing, Tabata, for free, my friends, for free. I found her channel back in 2020 when I was looking for at-home workouts during the pandemic, and I have never looked back. I'll link her channel below. I'm a total Heather fangirl. She has no idea I exist, but I will take every opportunity to tell people about her workout videos, because you do not have to spend $180 a year to some app if you want to follow workout videos at home. So all of that to say, I'm not convinced that Bodi dropping the MLM model is really going to do anything for them as far as sales, because their products are still extremely overpriced. Like, what's the point? You can get the same thing elsewhere. And after all, the majority of people buying the Bodi products and signing up for that platform are the reps themselves, the people who have signed up for the business opportunity. It's likely that the primary customers of Bodi products were this network of reps that were all signed up, and they're trying to maintain their active status and their monthly sales volume requirement, and they've got the Shakeology on an auto ship and stuff like that. But now there's not going to be a network of reps, so I'm wondering if initially Bodi is going to see a decline in their sales numbers as people are like, well, there's no business opportunity to participate in, there's nothing tying me to this company anymore. Oh, look over here, the same thing for cheaper, I'll just go do that instead. Anyway, just a few things I'm thinking about, because I know that they maybe see the longevity of this plan, maybe a ways in the future they'll accumulate more customers and they'll kind of be on an upward trend again. But for now, I don't know about that. It might get worse before it gets better. So now that we've witnessed the exact same announcement video as all the reps did, let's take a look at some of their reactions. First up is somebody who's been in Bodi for 6 years, and she relies on this as her family's sole income, the only income supporting their family of 6. She posted a series of Instagram stories after this announcement, and the first slide says, "For those asking, no, I'm not okay. For those who know what's going on, today is really freaking hard. Essentially just lost the job I've loved for the last 6 years. It's the income my family of 6 depended on. I'm heartbroken and hurt and really, really, really sad. I love my team so much and we were all completely blindsided. I'll share more later, but I'm not well, really not well. But God works everything out for good, and I love this community that we've built. I know that I have support no matter what, and that gives me peace. Love you. More to come for now, but I'm just trying to put on a brave face for my kids. But yeah, not doing so well. Please send prayers."
This is take 4. I just have been crying so much, and this filter is kind of covering it up. My nose is so red and raw right now, and we're gonna try to get through this without bawling my eyes out. So I feel like I made it seem like I was like abruptly fired or something, but what has happened is Bodi itself as a company is not going anywhere. They're gonna have their workouts, products, supplements, all the things. However, the being a Bodi partner side of things, which is what I am, is going to be no more starting like January 1st. And so until then, I'm still here. I will still be supporting my community. I'm still going to do my glow up challenge in October. But yeah, it just like really hurts. Because I've like poured like 6 years of my life into this. But yeah, so I'm still here and I'm just trying to figure out what's next. Scott is already looking into, because he's just been like full-time student, which was one of the reasons like I wanted that for him. Like I wanted him to be just focus on seminary and becoming a pastor. And now I have to focus on the work side of things, because I knew if he started working and going to school full time that we would never see him. Well, now that's our reality. And I'll have to figure out something too. Like I have like affiliate and like some brand deals and stuff, but that was like nothing compared to my Bodi income. So we'll figure it out. I'm here. But like, I just need some prayers because I like feel so sad.
The human side of me feels really bad for her, and I empathize with the destruction this announcement has caused for her family. I mean, think about it, a family of 6 with 4 young kids living on one income just completely taken away from them overnight. I can only imagine the amount of worry and stress that places on her, and their entire family routine and structure has to change now. At least one of the parents has to find a steady source of income, and considering they have 4 kids and how expensive childcare is, it's likely that one parent will stay home and provide the childcare while the other parent works. And it can obviously be done. That's how many families operate. It's not the worst thing ever. It's okay. It's not impossible. It's not a bad thing. But I do empathize with the shock that's causing them to be forced into that position against their will. They've been living a pretty privileged and comfortable life on one income coming from the same parent who's also providing the childcare while the other parent just focuses on school. And I'm sure it feels like the world is crashing down on them now that that dynamic is gone. So on a human level, my heart breaks for them. On a more cold, direct, rational level, what did you think was gonna happen? Why would you ever put all of your eggs into one basket? A very unstable, unpredictable, volatile MLM basket built on predatory recruitment practices that can implode at any moment. There are so many variables here that could mess with that income, and I cannot understand why someone would think it would be a good idea to finance your entire lifestyle on an MLM income, especially if you have 4 young children to care for. I'm speaking as somebody who's also self-employed and whose income on social media is also very unpredictable, very unstable, different month to month. And it's dependent on so many factors outside my control, like views and algorithms and fluctuating advertising rates. I could never fathom putting my family in a situation where we are relying on my income for our living expenses. I actually don't think I'd be able to sleep at night. I would be so riddled with anxiety about the uncertainty of our financial future, and I only have 1 kid. So again, on a human level, I feel sick for her because she is living one of my worst nightmares right now. But the rational side of me is like, why would you ever put yourself in that situation in the first place? You trust a company and their CEO and your downline members that much that you rely on them completely for all of your income? Absolutely not. So it's like, I feel bad, but I can't feel that bad.
I don't want you to feel like you have to like go cancel Bodi and go cancel your Shakeology and all that stuff, because I'll still be here. So you like supporting me in that way is like supporting our family for the next few months while we figure it out, because we're gonna figure it out, and like we have family who love us and they want to help us and support us, and we'll get through this. Like, I have some of like the sweetest, dearest friends and an awesome community, so I feel very blessed, but it doesn't like hide the fact that like we have 4 kids and we already were making such a drastic change moving here, just with like finances and Scott like not having a job, and it's just, yeah, it'll be fine. We'll get through this, but just your support through this time is huge. So thank you, and that's all I have to say for now, because I just am crying way too much. So thank you for watching.
Even right there, she was urging her customers to keep their Bodi accounts and to keep their auto ships going through the end of the year, because she's still going to need that money. She still needs that commission. Even though Bodi isn't switching fully to the new model until after the new year, she's like, please don't jump ship yet. I still need the money. Oh, it's just so sad. You can tell that she's just overtaken with fear and desperation. And that clip right there shows you how reliant she is on other people for her income. Then a couple of weeks later, she posts this to her Instagram story. It was a really rambling, long-winded conversation about a bunch of unrelated life updates for her, so I cut all of that out. But then she went on to say this in relation to Bodi.
That's my complaining. Is there anything else to complain about? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just feeling like, ugh. Like, I just feel like I've been lied to with, like, just, like, the CEO of Bodi. Like, I know that it's a business and that we're all, you know, at the end of the day, everyone's human and they're trying to make money and whatever, but like just everything just started making me just like giving me the ick of like how they just talked about how things are going well and planning all these trips and this promotion and this thing, and I was just like, oh, like I love Bodi, I love the products, I love the community, I love the people, like this is great, and like just gonna keep promoting it because all these things are going well. And then now come to find that it actually wasn't, and like the company was doing really bad and all these things. Then I just feel like an idiot. Like, how was I just blindly believing this.
This kind of confirms what we already know to be true, that like the default setting for people in MLMs is to pretend everything is fine all the time, even though their world is on fire. She said that she felt lied to by Carl, and now she's getting the ick for the company because this outward-facing image that he would portray is that everything's great, business as usual, and then seemingly out of nowhere, he drops this video that's like, revenues are dropping, we're losing customers, MLM is failing, we've got to get out of here, like we're going down. So yeah, that switch up does give people the ick. It feels dishonest, it feels deceitful, but that's just the way things go in MLMs. You can't tell people the truth because then they'll quit. So you do all the panicking and the restructuring behind the scenes, and then you drop the bomb on them without any warning. Then she posted a Q&A box on her stories that says, I've had a lot of questions about what's been going on, Bodi, etc. So just ask and I'll spill the beans because I'm in my I don't give an F era right now. So the first question says, what did the CEO say on the trip that gave everyone the ick? For context, within a week of Carl posting this announcement video, they had a cruise incentive trip that the top leaders went on to the Bahamas. So they dropped the bombshell announcement, then they go on a cruise a week later, and then a week after that, she's posting these Q&A boxes. So this response is in relation to what happened on that cruise, and it says so many things. I liked Carl, but through this whole thing, I've realized that he's just a regular human, and he's a human who's in charge of a company that's been losing money, and now he's trying to salvage what he can at whatever cost to others. I felt sad for him, to be honest, like just seeing him walking around the cruise ship with his backpack and looking stressed. He went from everyone loving him to everyone hating him in a few moments. Obviously, I know not everyone loved him or now hates him, but you know what I mean. He just said the F word a lot during his talk with us, and that made me feel uneasy. And then he made some super weird comments about not gonna sit around and, quote, drag his D through the sand. That was so weird and off-putting, and everyone in the room was like, did he just say that? And then he keeps going and trying to hype us all up about the affiliate program, and it just felt so forced. The vibes were definitely depressing. Yikes, what I would give to be a fly on the wall on this cruise. The timing of the cruise, very unfortunate. I'm sure there's probably this vibe of like it's everybody's last hurrah, or like they're cashing in on their last incentive trip before they hit the road and go jump to another company or something. No doubt it probably didn't feel like the happy celebration that it was intended to be. I mean, literally all of these top leaders in attendance are losing their income, so how happy can they really be? It probably felt more like a funeral, to be honest. Another question was, is it true that they basically were like, change the business model or go bankrupt? And she responded, essentially. It's just so messed up because they kept sharing how great things are and announcing new trips and sharing product launches and new programs. All the while, they were planning this all along since April. I'm not sure where she heard that they were planning the structure change since April. Maybe she heard that on the cruise. But if that's true, looking all your reps in the eyes for months and telling them that everything is fine is diabolical, but not surprising. She continues to say, that's what makes me feel sick, is that they lied to our faces and I believed it and repeated the lies. That's what makes me feel so dumb right now, but I'm not someone who immediately thinks what people tell me is a lie. Innocent until proven guilty is how I feel, I guess. Yeah, I'm just sad about so much right now. This question says, did you ever get bad vibes from Carl before the news came out? And she said, no, I always loved his positivity and optimism. LOL, fool me once type of feeling right now. This person asks, were there red flags in Bodi that you see now looking back that you missed before? And she said, yes, hindsight's 2020 type of thing. Most of the red flags happened last year and this year during our move and when we had Irvin, her new baby. So I felt like I wasn't even able to process it, and I was just like, okay, that's fine, I'll just keep going here type of attitude. Like the week Irvin was born, they completely changed the comp plan and it screwed me over, but they said that it was for the betterment of the company. And I was like, well, I'm postpartum and I'm just glad for a paycheck. So if this is what they need to do, I can't complain type of thing, you know? Just so many things on top of that that I now notice, and it makes me feel so crappy. This is something we'll hear from the next rep I show you too, that there were red flags all along, but you're taught to just put your blinders on and ignore them. That's the easier choice in the moment. It's easier to put your head down and follow along blindly and gaslight yourself into believing that everything is fine than it is to confront the warning signs and actually do something about it, which obviously comes back to bite you big time in the end. This person asked, just curious how much income you're losing from this. So sorry. And she said, it's hard to answer this when there are a lot of expenses that go into running a business like this, especially as you start to grow a team. I had 3 to 4 virtual assistants paying for other online services, automation, marketing, etc. Scott was always like, you have so many expenses to run your business. So he doesn't like it when I share what I made because technically I didn't make that much when you look at everything I needed to keep it running. Like you go to a job, but then you have to pay for for daycare. So maybe you made $50,000, but you paid $20,000 in childcare, so you really only made $30K, you know? Let's just say it was enough money to where we felt comfortable going to one income for our family of 6, even with all the expenses and everything for my business to keep running. I know that's vague, but I don't know. Money talk makes me feel weird, especially when you're married to a financial advisor who reminds you all the time about your business expenses. I will say the biggest paycheck I had in a week was over $6,000, but I only did that once. I'm still on a high from it though. I guess not anymore. This is a bit of an interesting answer to the question because on one hand, she's admitting that they had a lot of expenses and it costed her a lot of money to keep things running. So honestly, good for her for not just dropping an income number, because the money that's deposited into your bank account is not the money you're making, right? You have to deduct the expenses and she knows that, so good for her. But the take-home amount after expenses was still apparently enough to support a family of 6 on a single income, so it couldn't have been that bad. But this response really outlines how much of an investment it is to do well in an MLM. Once you get to these top ranks, you have to invest in kind of outsourcing other tasks to other people to help you keep things running. And finally, last question, this person asked, do you still get a commission off of your current customers? I'm confused on that part. And she said, you're confused because so are we. They did such a bad job explaining this to us. Essentially, our comp plan changes on December 4th to the affiliate model. So for now, I'm getting paid like I normally would, but come December, all of my customers go to Bodi directly. Unless you go and sign up with my new affiliate link, you are no longer connected to me as your Bodi partner. This is a major deal and something I did not know about because it was not addressed by Carl in his video. Convenient, huh? So I'm not sure when this little detail was finally told to the reps. Don't you think that's something they would want to know right up front? I do. But not only are they moving to an affiliate model where you only get commission off of your customers, but oh yeah, your customers aren't your customers anymore. They're starting with a blank slate. They're wiping everybody clean of their customer base. And the way I'm understanding it, all of the customers get reassigned to Bodi itself. And from here on out, it's up to the customers individually to use the correct affiliate link for the person they want their commission to go to. It's kind of like how you can go on Amazon right now and buy something and all that money goes to the company, or you could use my Amazon affiliate link for the thing you're wanting to buy and I get a small commission for it. But you are not automatically connected to me. You have to make that choice every time you make a purchase. Bodi customers are not automatically linked to a Bodi rep where all of that commission goes to. I even heard another person say that they're not going to have any access to the customer information anymore, so they won't know who is using their affiliate link to make purchases. That's how Amazon works too. You don't know who bought what when. It's all anonymous. That's all on the back end on the company side, and you as the affiliate don't have access to that. So you won't know what your customers are up to and where they're at in their products and when they're going to need a refill, so you can't go and harass them to buy more product. This is detrimental for them. This is horrible news if you're a Bodi rep. You essentially don't have a customer base anymore. You just have people who can decide to use your affiliate link if they feel like it, and that's how you get a commission. Here's another rep that has been with Bodi since 2013, and she has a team of 20,000 people. Yes, 20,000 people below her. And she also corroborates this detail of customers not being linked to you directly anymore, among a lot of other thoughts and feelings.
So for those of you who missed it, a week ago today, at about this time, we were all at the same time told through a recorded video, which was supposed to be a live call with the CEO, that our income Bodi would be dissolving the network marketing side of the business. So essentially, like, we're losing all of our team is dissolving, all of that is going away, and they're switching to an affiliate. So it's shifting to an affiliate model. And so with that being said, on top of all of that, it was like, okay, 95%, so probably 95% of my income would be gone.
Wow.
Just out from dissolving, the team side. But then on top of that, I have built a customer base of over 20,000 people from sharing authentically and genuinely over the last 12 years on social media.
An admission that 95% of her income was made off the people below her. 95%. of the money in her paycheck came off the backs of other people. Only 5% of the money she made was off of her own sales efforts. Imagine that you wake up tomorrow and 95% of your paycheck is gone. That's the reality for these people. And as I keep saying, it's kind of hard to feel bad for them. Oh, you can't make the majority of your income off of others anymore? Boo-hoo. How about you earn your living without victimizing people in an MLM scheme? I don't know, man. I'm so torn on how I'm supposed to feel for them.
On top of that, they said, okay, we're going to switch to an affiliate model, which was like, okay, it's still like all of that is gone. But you can still sell our products. Well, it was wrapped up in this bow as it was going to be like this really nice thing. And there was going to be this, high commission payout and blah, blah, blah. It was going to be different. Everything that has been bad that has happened to us in hindsight, like looking back at like different things, they changed our comp plan last year. I was like, we went public a couple years ago. So obviously you look back and you're like, there were some signs, but we were constantly told we were good. And also how important we were to the network. And also, just so many different things, and everything that was negative was wrapped up and told us that it was going to be good.
So she's corroborating what the last leader was saying too, like everything was fine, we were totally blindsided by this, but also acknowledging that, oh yeah, there were kind of some warning signs along the way that maybe I should have paid attention to at the time.
I will say that I felt like there was a downward trend in like 2017, 2018, but I was like a blinders on, like, I'm going to create what I want to create. And we continued to build a pretty solid team while I watched a lot of other leaders kind of just quit working. And then I would say in 2020 was like a fake spike. Like you can't say that 2020 and 2021 was like the best years because, well, just being able to see it over 12, it wasn't. But also like COVID created that, which was like fake, right? We were stuck at home. We just happened to have at-home workouts when everything was closed. Like we got very lucky in that space.
I respect that she's acknowledging how everything shutting down in 2020 created a fake spike for Bodi. A lot of people in network marketing that I've seen do not own up to that. They always position it like, our company's in momentum. Look at this great growth we're having. It's all uphill from here. But no, it's not truly that the company is growing. It's that you're really effective at preying on people's vulnerabilities by offering them an at-home workout program and an at-home business opportunity during a pandemic when there's nowhere else to go. Like she said, they got really lucky that that's what their company sells. I've been saying it for years that 2020 was the MLM industry's heyday because it was perfect for capitalizing on people's fears and insecurities, and it's been downhill ever since.
So to give you like perspective, there were people that had retired their spouses who had, depended on this as their primary income, who were the sole providers for their family or were the breadwinners of their family. And all of that was just taken in a recorded call at the same time. Since we went public, there was like definitely like the numbers weren't great. And it just is like when you have people that you're reporting to, like you're just gonna do what they tell you to do. And obviously when you're losing tons of money, you're like, where do I make up for that? And it would be in the large payouts that they were paying to people who, especially those who've been around for a really long time and built very solid organizations and built this company to what it was. So obviously you know why they've done it, but it was the way it was done, the way it was presented, how quickly the turnaround is. And then with a slapped bow as like, this is going to be a good thing, was just like, no.
That was something that irritated me about Carl's video too, is that this was so clearly something that's going to screw over so many people, but they twisted it in such a way to make it seem like it's a good thing and it's a positive change. And this is in the best interest of you, and you asked for this, and this is what you requested on those surveys we gave you. No, this is a business. You're in it for the money. You don't care who it hurts. Just cut the crap and call it like it is. It's more painful when you sit and you record a call, fluffing it all up and making it to be such a great thing. I think a lot of the Bodi reps are losing respect for Carl and for the company because of the way this news was presented.
But here's the other thing is you build up a 20,000 customer base. And I thought, okay, well, this sucks, but I can use this affiliate to like make some commission. and use this client base and like continue, you know, to share the affiliate side, thinking of it that way. Well, then we were told, no, all of your customers will go away. Everything will disappear. You'll have to sign up with a new affiliate link, and every single customer will have to then sign up under you. They will not be transferred to you. So that felt like another little...
Yeah, you think? How can you tell people that they're only going to be able to make money off of their personal sales to customers and then take all of their customers away from them? These customers aren't seamlessly transferring over. They're going to make the customers take extra steps to link themselves back up to their affiliates by using those affiliate links if they remember to do so. And naturally, that's going to create a lot of issues and a huge loss of commission. If you're going to make this drastic of a business change, why are the customers not at least transferred? The least you could do for your affiliates is give them their customers. It's so shady, and it has me wondering, if you're a Bodi rep right now and you're choosing to stay, what are you spending the next couple months doing? There's no point in recruiting, your teams aren't going to exist. There's no point in selling, your customers aren't going to be your customers pretty soon. Like, what's the freaking point? This has got to feel so depressing and hopeless. There is no way most people stick with Bodi through this. They've got to be finding other jobs or jumping to other MLMs or something.
Did I know it was happening? No. Because 6 weeks prior, we were told we're good. He was planning trips for the next year. We were doing incentives. We were working on how to build. The network was so needed. We would never let go of that. You guys built this. But obviously, like I said, red flags is like going public and changing our comp plan and seeing other companies go to an affiliate model.
Yeah.
Those things will scare you when you're in something like this. But I, you know, just like remained faithful in that, like, where my loyalty, like where I was lying. So it's just sad. And, you know, people saying like they're trying to find other options and whatever. I just don't feel good about jumping into something right out the gate. Like, I sat on this opportunity and had to think about it and figure out if this was for me. I had to try the products. I had to, like, all of these things. So that's where my head is just like, everything I've come and shared with you guys, I use or I love. Like, I would never just pop it on my page to make money. It's because I've authentically shared it, and I hope that you would trust me in, like, okay, she uses this or she loves this or whatever, and like an affiliate, right? Like anything that we love. So we'll see. I am still toying around. I know lots of you are interested to know like what it is, but I've been praying about it, and I just don't feel like I should be rushing anything. Like, what's for me will be. It's crazy. But at the end of the day, it's a business, and they're going to do what they have to do, whether we agree with it or not. And that is when you realize you are a number. But It didn't feel that way in the beginning. And at some point things shifted. I think it was before we went public, but then after that, it was just, we were at the hand of, someone was talking on a call about how it's just like, we're in this big brother simulation. It's like, you don't like this anymore. They're just going to like, boop, get rid of it. Like, you have no say. You know, we would voice our concerns. We would say suggestions, and I just didn't feel heard over the last couple years. Like, I know it's going to be okay, but when it's all you've done for 12 years, like with anything, you're just like, okay, well, guess we're going to figure out what we're doing next. So anyways, stay tuned. This story is not over. It's just a closed chapter, and we are going to move on to a bigger and brighter one.
Interesting how she says she doesn't want to jump into another MLM right away, because this was posted on October 7th, and by October 21st, she made a post announcing that she was quitting Bodi and moving to a new MLM called Shackley, which was kind of surprising to me, I have to be honest. Shackley is not one that we hear about pretty much ever. It's not one of the more popular ones. I would love to know what convinced her to go there. I know that some companies will give really big bonuses and incentives to these top leaders when their MLM goes down to like, come on over here and bring all your friends. Not saying that's the case here. I don't know that, but it is an interesting choice. Shackley? Shackley of all MLMs. Really? Shackley? Anyway, she said that she realized that she was just a number in Bodi, and she felt like it was a simulation where they just get rid of the reps as soon as they're not needed anymore. So tell me this, what on God's green earth makes you think that Shackley is going to be any different? I say this every time somebody has been burned by an MLM and they just move to a new MLM. You're getting fooled twice, shame on you. She said in her new MLM announcement post that I'm excited to share that I partner with a company that has been around for years. I'm not in a point in my life where I want high risk for high reward. I want stability. I want everyone to win. I want a big product catalog that can help everyone, and I want to serve in a different way with our community than ever before, and I think how we are approaching is different than most have ever done it. Girl, how is Shackley different though? How are they more stable than Bodi? Being around for years means nothing. Having a lot of products means nothing. God, it's just the same crap in different packaging. I tend to have a lot more compassion for people who got themselves in too deep, they got burned, they learned their lesson, they admit their wrongdoing, and then they move on and do something else with their future. It's a lot harder for me to have compassion for people who do this. They know exactly what they're doing, they suck the business opportunity dry, they make a ton of money, they recruit a ton of people, and then when it's not serving them anymore, they just go to a new company and take their big team with them and continue doing the same thing there. It's like they haven't learned any lesson at all, and you know what? Godspeed, girl. I hope it all works out for you. Here's another person who is also pretty upset. She's been in the company for 7 years. I actually got this clip from Chelsea, CC Suarez on YouTube. She's a fellow creator who also covers anti-MLM and commentary topics. And Chelsea did her own video about this whole Bodi situation a few weeks ago, and she was kind enough to share this screen recording with me because this Bodi rep actually has me blocked. And funny story here, quick little tangent, is that I actually didn't know that this person was in Bodi, but I recognized who she was because a few years ago we were pregnant around the same time, and my algorithm kept feeding me her videos. She would do all these Instagram reels where she was demonstrating these different like hip opening exercises and birth prep exercises and stuff like that. So I saved a lot of them. I liked and saved a lot of them on my Instagram, and I came back to them in my 3rd trimester and I actually followed along to them, having no clue that she actually was in Bodi, but she apparently knows who I am because she's had me blocked for God knows how long now. She's never been in any of my videos, so I always get a good laugh when the MLM huns just preemptively block me. Love that for me, I guess. Anyway, thanks to Chelsea for sending this clip to me because otherwise I wouldn't have seen it.
I truly do not have words. I don't know how to start this. I've been crying a lot. It's like my number one emotion. Yesterday we found out. So I've been a Bodi partner for 7 years now, and when I say it's changed my life, like I stand by that. Like it's changed every aspect of my life. And it is the reason why I am the person I am today. I am a healthy version of myself, and it's the reason why I'm surrounded by the people that I am today. And that part won't change. But we found out that they're completely getting rid of a huge part of the business that I love, which incorporated team building and being able to help other people build a business. Essentially, it's moving to an affiliate model, so you share a link, you get commission, and that just changes a lot of the aspects of this business that I love. Like, I loved my team, I still do. That's never going to change. Like, these girls have truly changed my life. The people I met in this business, like who I became, the platform I built, like I would have never built this if I didn't have the courage to start through that. So it really does feel like I'm getting broken up with, and I'm processing it, and I don't know what the future has for me, but I know that a door is opening somewhere and I'm gonna find it. But right now I'm focusing on just processing and trying to figure it out and just letting myself be sad. So that's where I'm at. Thought I'd give you an update.
She said, quote, "They're completely getting rid of a huge part of the business that I love." And in my head, I'm like, yeah, the part that makes you money. Of course you love it, right? But then she goes on to say, the part of the business I love, the part that incorporated team building and the ability to help people. And here's the thing about this. Every time I see a clip of somebody whose MLM is shutting down, they always say, the hardest part about all of this, and the reason I'm so sad is because the team building aspect is going away. The mentorship is going away. I just love these girls so much, and they're my friends. friends and I'm just really gonna miss them and I just love the community, right? Girl, they didn't die. You're just not making money off of them anymore. You can still be friends, you can still hang out, you can still be in group chats if you want, but I wonder if it's just so ingrained in their minds that like if you're not together working on this team, then you're dead to me, right? If you leave the business, if we're not all working together, then I'm cutting you off from my life. I wonder if that's just kind of like the default setting and like the default approach they have towards the situation. I haven't heard anybody come out and explicitly say that, but they're all like, I'm so sad about the team building. On one hand, maybe it's because they really don't think that you can be friends outside of this business, or on another hand, maybe that's just a front for saying I'm really sad about the money I'm losing. Maybe that's a more tasteful, palatable way to say, dang, this really sucks, and the reason I'm crying is because I'm broke now. And so far, the rep I respect the most out of all this is the first one, who was just blubbering and crying and saying like, I'm losing my income and I'm so scared. That is a lot easier to be empathetic towards and to respect because she's being honest and forthcoming. Stop acting like you're so sad because you're losing your teammates. No, you're sad because you're losing your income. This next rep doesn't seem to be as sad and upset as the others. She has a very different perspective, let's put it that way.
I have just spent the last 24 hours thinking through everything, and I just feel like this is attack of the devil. I truly think that he knows how powerful we are with getting the programs and products we have into people's hands, helping them live a better life, be more confident, have a better mindset. He knows that when people feel better, they do better, and he knows that we are increasing people's faith. So I think everything that just went down with Bodi was an attack of the devil. I am still repping them. I'm still going to be an affiliate for them. I cannot, guys, I have quite literally thought about it. Have I thought about building somewhere else? Yes. And nothing speaks to me the way these programs and products do. And it's just a testimony to how I want to stay here.
And that, my friends, is complete and utter delusion. You cannot blame the devil for Bodi shutting down its MLM side. You can blame Carl Deichler for that. He's the one in charge. An attack of the devil. Are you actually kidding me? The devil didn't orchestrate this because he just doesn't want people to get healthy and fit through Bodi's programs. No, Carl orchestrated this because he's the CEO of a business and his revenue is plummeting, okay? There's a very rational and reasonable explanation for this. It's money. I'm not religious. I'm pretty open about that, and I still try to remain respectful, but the one thing I absolutely cannot stand is when people give credit for all the good things in their life to God and they blame all the bad things in their life on the devil. You scored the game-winning touchdown, you graduated college, you landed your dream job. That is you. That is your hard work and your determination, and you deserve the credit. Give yourself some credit. Be proud of yourself. In the same way that saying things like Bodi changing its structure is the work of the devil. You have an extremely rational, logical, reasonable explanation right in front of you as to why this thing happened, and you are choosing to blame it on something completely unrelated. That is literally the definition of delusion. And there's a lot of that goes on in the culture of MLMs to help people feel better about what's going on around them that they don't have control over. All hail Bodi, they could never do anything wrong in my eyes. It must be the devil. Like, truly crazy. And here's the last example I'm going to show you. This is a top rep who posted a series of Instagram stories on October 5th, which is only 5 days after Bodi dropped this big announcement, and she's very chipper and seems like she has it all together. It's a contrast to the other types of posts I had been seeing, and it also gives a hint as to what Bodi reps are going to be doing in the future now that this is not a thing for them anymore.
All right, let me clarify this. So I didn't lose my entire business, but as of Monday, Bodi, who was the company that I was partnered with, got rid of one portion of their compensation plan business offering. And that was really the mentorship, the team portion. So you guys know, obviously I have a client portion where I teach carb cycling, nutrition, workouts, supplements. That all remains. But the business mentoring that I was doing with women, helping them to grow those businesses, that was dismantled. That no longer exists as of January. So I'll continue mentoring those women, helping them to transition to other wellness offerings over the next 3 months. So that part of the business, which you guys know I'm obsessed with helping women do that is gone.
I hate so much how this phrase mentoring women has just become a disguise for what they really mean to say, which is that they're stuck in an MLM scheme. Mentoring women is such a gross way to phrase that you recruit women and then you teach them how to recruit more women. The business mentoring that I do with women is gone. No, the recruitment incentive is gone. You can't make money off of other women anymore. That's what happened. And the reason I pause right here is because she said she's going to continue mentoring these women on her team to, quote, transition to other wellness offerings. Okay, that's code for I'm ditching Bodi and we're moving to a new MLM and I'm taking my whole team with me. Any guesses on which one she joined? Here's a hint. It's not Shackley.
So the company that I am partnering with, both for the supplement side and for my mentorship, where I'm mentoring women to build wellness businesses, it is called Make Wellness. It is in pre-launch, so there's really no information out there on it yet.
False. Anti-mlm creator Julie Anderson has been covering Make Wellness for months. She's infiltrated their Facebook groups, she's gotten her hands on their compensation plan, and her videos have also been targeted with copyright strikes from people in Make Wellness trying to silence her. But thankfully, YouTube sided with Julie and her videos did not get taken down. She has an entire playlist about Make Wellness. I think there's 11 videos on it at this time. She's a fantastic anti-mlm creator. She does a really thorough job with her research and her reporting. And if you're not following her and subscribe to her, please go do that. I'll leave her channel information down below. So it's funny to see this rep saying there's no information out there about Make Wellness right now. That's not true. And I personally recommend that you get your information from somebody like Julie Anderson, who has nothing to gain from putting that information out there, rather than somebody like this former Bodi rep who's trying to recruit you. Consider the source, remember the motive always.
I was blessed enough, my mentor, someone I've worked with for the last decade, she knows the founder of that company very, very well. And so she was able to tell me about, this company from the last year and a half of her experience watching them set it up. So it is a bioactive precision peptides company. There are 6 products. The 2 that I'm just hopping into right away. You guys know I love my morning cocktail, my Energize and Hydrate. They have similar products, except it includes the bioactive precision peptides. There's less sugar and they're cleaner. And I'm on board. So I have not personally tested the products, and I want to answer this because I've gotten a lot of nasty messages about this.
Yeah, I bet you have got a lot of nasty messages about this, because how can you sign on to sell something that you have not tried yet? Rule number 1 of getting people to trust you and purchase from you, maybe you should try the products for yourself before you start shilling them. That's how you know this is all BS, right? It's all about team building, not about product sales at all, because she's not going to be making most of her money from product sales, okay? I mean, how fake is all of this? 5 days ago, you had a blood oath with Bodi, and now Make Wellness is the best thing ever. Best products, best comp plan, best community. It's totally different than Bodi. Give me a break. I can't stomach how disingenuous this is.
What I'm going to tell you is I am an engineer. My background is engineering, my background is science. And so what I want to know are the ingredients. I want to know the clinical test results. I wanted the science behind it, which is why I spent 5 hours on a call talking to the founders and the scientists behind this. And we're so blessed because it is in pre-startup that I can get that type of information. But human clinical trials were done, and we have all of that information. And again, I know all the ingredients. I'm obsessed with that piece of it. And therefore, to me, that's enough information. And then studying a business model, right? There's 2 pieces of it. The science and a really smart business model.
Yeah, I'm sure that is all you feel like you need to know at this point. The products are all scientific, and I heard about the science person telling me about it on this 5-hour call, and that's all I need to know. Your only source of information is coming from the people who have founded this company, and they desperately want you to bring your massive Bodi team over. I'm sure they were impressively convincing and told you exactly what you wanted to hear for 5 hours straight. They just talked you into joining their company, and you haven't even tried the products yet. You don't even know if they work. You don't even know if they taste taste good? What if they taste like trash? Then what are you gonna do? You just vowed to jump ship to a new company because you were swindled by all the promises that the CEO just told you. I'm sure at one point in your body career, you believed what Carl said too, didn't you? At this point, there is nothing to indicate that Make Wellness will be any better than Bodi, but she signed her name to it without even trying it first. The next question box says, can we be a part of your new business even if we weren't a Bodi partner? And it's questions like this where I swear she typed the question in there herself just to be able to answer it.
I've gotten this question a lot. 100% yes. This is for, and the beautiful thing about this is that you can literally just sign up as an affiliate, sell these insane like peptides, and make up to 40% commission. Like that is wild. Their affiliate program is insane. Is it a little bug? So whether or not you did Bodi, like I'm here mentoring women to build online businesses in the online business space. And that doesn't mean, you know, you have to be building teams. This is a very different company, very different model, which is truly what I needed. Truly could not go back to like a traditional network marketing model. So this affiliate model is just fantastic. And whether or not you did Bodi, it could be an incredible solution for you. So you can comment launch and I will send you all the details.
She's making a point to emphasize the fact that you can join Make Wellness as an affiliate. You don't have to build a team, just sell the products and earn a commission. Girl, same with Bodi. That's exactly what they are doing. I cannot stand when they say things like, you don't even have to build a team to make good money. Yes, you abso-freaking-lutely do, because if you didn't, you wouldn't be jumping to a new company. Recruitment is where the money is at. That is why you're leaving Bodi, who only has an affiliate model, to go to Make Wellness that doesn't. Stop telling people they can make good money just from being an affiliate. It's not true, because if it was, you would be staying with Bodi, right? You wouldn't be ditching out on them after they got rid of the recruitment model. And as we kind of wrap up this video, the last thing I really want to point out is that I have seen so many Bodi reps jumping ship to go to Make Wellness specifically. Likely because that's where their uplines are going and they're just kind of following suit. So keep an eye out for people going to this new MLM. Personally, I don't know much about Make Wellness. I had it on my content calendar to make a video about it and I spent like 2 hours researching it and I couldn't find that much information. Julie Anderson is really your source to go to for that. She has expertly infiltrated their teams, their Facebook groups. She has so much like insider information that I don't have. So please keep tabs on Julie Anderson as we follow what's happening with Make Wellness, because I think they need to be on all of our radars. For me, I just kind of pushed it down the list because I don't know that much about it personally. I'm just waiting to see what happens, but they're in this pre-launch phase right now. There are no products being sold as far as I know. Not sold to retail customers at least. It's like all the product sales are happening just with the people who sign up for the business opportunity, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what I've seen about it. But it pretty much just feels like the hot new MLM to go to right now. A lot of people from their failing MLMs are jumping to Make Wellness. So we've definitely got to keep our eyes on that. And if there are people coming into your DMs or like trying to pitch you this new opportunity for this pre-launch company for these peptides, those are all red flags that it's about Make Wellness, okay? Keep your eyes open. And with that, my friends, it's everything I have for you for this video, all about the downfall of the Beachbody / Bodi company. Another one bites the dust, pretty much. There are companies dropping like flies, getting rid of their MLM models this year. I think this is only the beginning. The more and more companies that do it, the more and more scared the other companies are gonna get, and they're gonna start considering that option for themselves. I think this is a really volatile time for somebody to be in an MLM. If you're in an MLM right now and you're watching all this go down, I highly suggest that you consider all of your options and consider leaving this industry for good, because I don't want you to go down with it. That's all for today's video. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you in my next one real soon.